Welcome to this week's edition of Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Chi-Cheng Lo. In this globalized and interdependent world, people are depending on each other for survival and development. However, the gap between the rich and the poor is growing wider and wider. So how can we bridge the gap? Joining us today is Mr. Hank Du. He's the National Director of the World Vision Taiwan. Mr. Du, welcome to our program.
Hi, Professor Lo. Nice to meet you again.
Nice to see you again. As we know that World Vision is a very well-known humanitarian aid-related non-governmental organization. Could you tell us a very brief history about World Vision Taiwan?
Well, World Vision Taiwan has established for 43 years. And in the two-thirds of the period, World Vision Taiwan is doing the local ministry. Yeah. You know, we receive the donations outside of Taiwan.
That's right.
But since 17, 18 years ago, when Taiwan economy has been growing up, and we became the support office. So we started to help a lot of countries, a lot of needy places in the world.
Yeah, so, you know, the World Vision Taiwan has been transforming from itself from the so-called recipient country or recipient association to a donor country.
Yes, yes.
But how different now is your organization from other World Visions in other countries?
Well, this is quite a phenomenon because, you know, generally people think Taiwan is a small place.
That's right.
But actually, World Vision Taiwan, among all the partnership, you know, World Vision is a partnership organization.
That's right.
There are 109 countries in the World Vision partnership.
Yeah.
But World Vision Taiwan is positioned as one of the major support office. So either in the position, in the rank as 6 or 7, we provide a huge assistance to many places in the world.
Okay, so your organization is one of the most competitive one in compared to other countries.
Yeah,
World Vision, right?
Yeah, we've been proud of that because there are so many, you know, people in Taiwan who has a great heart. It's a good heart to those needy people.
In terms of participation by the local people here, do you see any trend in terms of the number of participation and in terms of the quantity of participation?
Well, it really depends on the the different stages.
Yeah.
But generally, we see a trend that there are more and more people want to become voluntary assistant to, no matter they want to give donations or they want to participate.
Yeah.
So one of the trend is that we see the age of all the donors is getting lower.
That's right.
So there are many young students. They want to participate. They want to give some of their some money from their pocket.
Yeah.
It's not easy because many of them are not wealthy people.
Yeah.
But we do see the trend, and also the other trend is that the people want to participate. They want to be involved. They want to know more about the people, the situation in the world.
What are the primary missions of your World Vision Taiwan?
Well, if you look at the mission statement of the World Vision, where it says that we are working with the poor and oppressed people to promote the transformation or to promote the human transformation, seeking justice, and bear the witness of the good news of the God of the kingdom of God. Yeah. So one key word here is the transformational development. Yeah. So one of our mission is not, sometimes we don't positioning ourselves as just a charity organization. And we do see the importance of the development works because the children or broken families, it's not, they can be saved by just one-time efforts. But what we see is that how make sure they are growing healthily. Yeah. And the community. So I think there are 3 key areas. One is with children focus. Yeah. So that's in our mission. It's our vision statement. Okay. Our vision statement is that our vision is for every child, life in all its fullness. Yeah. And our prayer for every heart is the will to make it so. Okay. So that's our mission. Children. So we target is children, but from zero, from the children being born and until 18 or even teenagers and even their graduates from the graduate school. But the development work is community based. Community based. So we're seeking of some technical development works behind all of our works. So the third one is the advocacy. Advocacy, because we want to influence the community, the society, to make sure that the policy and a lot of the society systems are has the justice and has a good condition for the children and their family to be growing.
Let's start with the advocacy part of your mission. And as we know that it's very important to increase the people's awareness of some of the issues. What have you been doing in terms of increasing people's awareness of those issues?
Yeah, one of our major activities annually is the 30 Hours Famine Campaign.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a very famous one.
Yeah, that's a famous one. But it is not just a emergency relief works. Of course, we want to, we want to do the fundraising to help those people in crisis, like Sudan, like Congo, east part of the Congo. There are so many disasters or wars, and some of the natural disasters. So we hope to have the fundraising through this kind of campaign. But more importantly, we think through this kind of the events, we want people to know there are so many people, just out of your imagination, who need your help. For example, there are 600 million children who are now living without a house, without a safety place. Either they are in a refugee camp, or either they are displaced. They just run away from their home, and there are at least 400 million children has no clean water. So that's really that's a dangerous position. So many countries I have visited, like for Afghanistan, 25% of the children has no chance to have their 5 years old birthday. So we want to make sure that people knows the situation. And as a part of the global village, no one should be out of that question.
But as we know that you also invite celebrities, to speak on behalf of World Vision, to be a spokesperson. What made you decide to use this kind of approach in getting people's attention?
Well, we started with this, that's back to 17 years ago, when Uncle Sun Yue as our almost the first celebrity or love ambassador of the campaign. We've been grateful for all these celebrities, superstar or singers. I think one point is that we never hire them. We never pay them to do that. All of them, they don't get any penny from devoting their time, devoting their energy, devoting their even they pay
out their pocket.
Yes, they donate. So this is important. This is that makes the whole thing beautiful, because everybody know that they are really voluntarily devoted their time and their heart to those needed people. So the point is here, the point of inviting those celebrities in our event is that we really want those young people get interested. What is this happening?
That's right.
So they are spokesmen. They tell the stories, and we invite them to for trips to the root grass field, to the front line, to the front line, where maybe very dangerous, but that's the witness, and they can speak out. They can tell the stories they themselves experienced.
As we know that the so-called 30-hour Famine Campaign has been a very important annual event for the World Vision Taiwan. And as we know that other schools or other organizations are copying some of these events. Are you happy to see that happen?
Well, it's no problem, because one of the, as I said, this is an advocacy campaign. We want everybody knows what's happening, but also we want to make we position this kind of event also a live education. There's an opportunity to make people to think of themselves.
Yeah.
People make friends, people get together to have the empathetic experience about the hungry people. Okay. So it's no problem. Since last year, we have a little bit changed to how we do the Famine Campaign. You know, previously our Vision Taiwan just organize and do one big campaign. But since last year, we developed the tool. We have the training tools. We have all the videotapes, and we have all the materials. And we encourage people to work with, and they can conduct their own famine campaigns by themselves. So schools, universities, even enterprises, any organization can do that.
You spoke of the so-called development or community-based development programs.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit about that? Okay. What do you mean by community-based development programs?
Okay. The key thing of that is that we're not just giving, and we want them to be developed and gradually be independent, so that they can interdependently, as a community, as a team, to make lives, to pursue their own fortune, to pursue their own welfare by themselves. So that's the development works. Okay. So education, leadership development, leadership training. So we organize the key members of that community, and we give the training. We invite them to participate into all the development works, all the so we have, for example, we have education programs. We help to reconstruct the schools, provide the stationaries for the students, and we have the work for food, so that the parents will allow their kids to go to the school. Otherwise, they will keep them from just do their own business, or so they have no chance to go to school. So we have all kinds of programs in education, in water system, waters and sanitation. We have health program. We make sure that the children got enough vaccine to protect the children. So all these kind of works are integrated together, and gradually we train them to be capable, capacity building. So the community, they will someday, they just celebrate, they graduate, so they can have their own development works.
You have done a lot of works, but how many, professional or full-time staffs do you have, in Taiwan?
In Taiwan, we have almost 700.
Yeah, but you have done a lot of things, right, in Taiwan?
Oh yes, in Taiwan we have 40 service centers. Most of our own staff are social workers. So we've been doing, we have in the indigenous people villages, tribes, different tribes, and some of the remote islands from Taiwan, like Orchid Island. We have projects there. We have projects in Chimei of Penghu Islands.
Penghu Island.
Chimei, Seven Beauties or something like that. But we have the after school programs.
Yeah, programs.
So we've been doing that a lot in Taiwan.
Are you also recruiting volunteers to join your program?
Oh yes, of course. We have thousands of volunteers in the database. And
are they mainly young people or the retired people?
Both. Some of the retiring people who are so experienced, so professional, so their advice will be very valuable, but they are so humble. So sometimes they just come in and sit there and do the envelope works, but they're so humble. But we value their experience and their professionalism. But there are more and more younger students want to be part of the volunteer works.
So your resources mainly come from the so-called fundraising activities in Taiwan?
Yeah, major.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you also work with or cooperate with the government in terms of providing services to those people who need it?
Yeah. About maybe 10 to 15% of our resources come from our government. We work with them, especially for those what do we call the risk families who has the potential risk of being, something happened harmful to their kids.
Yeah.
So the divorce rate in Taiwan is pretty high.
That's right, getting higher actually.
Yes, they're getting higher, and there are more and more families, the children has no parents with them after school.
Yeah.
So, so we've been working this kind of programs with government.
Yeah. In addition to providing service and to assistance to local people, you're also doing a lot of international work, including providing a humanitarian aid to other countries as well.
Yeah.
So when we come back, we'll talk about these kind of international networks and international assistance programs.
Yes.
And let's take a short break. We'll be right back.